Hi, this is your math prof again, Barbara Rademacher, and we're going to do a perimeter word problem. All right, we just did one, and we're going to do another. The perimeter of a standard-sized rectangle is 40 feet. The length is 2 feet longer than the width. Find the dimensions. This is a perimeter problem. It's also a formula problem. There are some things you need to do. One, you need to know what a rectangle is. This is a rectangle, okay? Second, you need to know what the formula for perimeter is. You're going to be using it a lot. P equals 2L plus 2W. The reason for that is that this formula has 2 L's and 2 W's. If you add the 2 L's together and you add the 2 W's together, you get the perimeter. Perimeter is like a fence around the outside. So now, let's go back and look at what we're being told. We have to find length, we have to find width, because it's a perimeter problem. Notice that if you write the formula, let's write it up here. P equals 2L plus 2W. Notice you're given what the perimeter is right away. The perimeter of a standard-sized rectangular rug is 40 feet. So we start out knowing the perimeter. The length is 2 feet longer than the width. Find the dimensions, and we have to find the width and the length. So I have to find L and W. There's a trick to that, and the trick is this. We have to convert this equation that now has 2 letters in it, 2 variables, an L and a W. We have to convert that so that it only has 1 letter in it. Then we can solve it. And notice that we're given a way to convert. We're told that the length is, okay, the length, L, is, equals, I should have said is right here, is 2 feet longer than the width. So it's the width plus an additional 2 feet. All right, so L equals W plus 2. All I have to do is substitute W plus 2 for L, because W plus 2 equals L. So I'm going to rewrite this formula. 40 equals 2 times W plus 2 plus 2W. And now I'm ready. Now I have 1 letter I need to find. I can solve this. I can do this problem. All right. So I'm going to have 40 equals 2 times W plus 2 plus 2W. I need to distribute here. So I'll have 40 equals 2W plus 4 plus 2W. Now I'm going to add my like terms together. 40 equals 4W plus 4. Because 2W, you've got 2 W's, you add another 2 W's, you now have 4 W's. All right, so here's my equation. I need to get the W term by itself. So I'm going to subtract 4, which is the same as adding negative 4, from both sides of the equation. Over here, 4 minus 4 is 0. Bring down the 4W. Over here, 40 minus 4 is 36. Now I'm almost done. My equation is 36 equals 4 times W. To get W by itself, since 4 is being multiplied by W, I am going to divide by 4. by the number in front of the W. Later you'll find out that number is called the coefficient. 36 divided by 4 is 9. Now, how would you find that out if you didn't know that? If you didn't know that 36 divided by 4 is 9? Simple. Go to your calculator. 36 divided by 4, enter. There you go. It's 9. All right, 9 what? 9 feet. So the width, W, is 9 feet. Now the length, come over here. Look, W plus 2 is what length equals. I already know what W is, it's 9. So the length is going to equal 9 plus 2, which is 11. So the length is going to equal 11 feet. What did you do to solve this? You remembered what a rectangle was. You wrote out where the length and the width dimensions were. You remembered what the formula is, P equals 2L and 2W. You read the problem where the problem says that the length is 2 feet longer than the width. We say that the length is being given in terms of the width. That means you can write L equals and then something with a W over here, an expression with a W. That's called the length in terms of the width. All right, as long as you've got the length in terms of the width, you can write length as width plus or minus something, or if it were a different problem, maybe times something. But you can write L so that it has a W in it, substitute it in for the L here, and then work out the problem, find the answer to the first letter, go back to this equation right here that we got, and substitute the answer you have for the W in here, and then add them together, and you get 11. Next problem. Ooh, a little bit harder. Find the area of the Stanton Drew Prehistoric Ceremonial Site that has a diameter of 416 feet. Area. And they've drawn a circle. We must have to find the area of a circle. Oh gosh, you're going to need to look up the formula for the area of a circle, and it's all over the internet and it's in your book, so you don't have to worry. I wrote it out for you. A equals pi r squared. Let me write it bigger. Whoops. A equals pi r squared. Now, the first instruction we're given is that we're going to use the number 3.14 for pi. Pi does not equal 3.14, but it's really close to 3.14. So we're going to settle for that approximation. So our formula now is going to be A equals 3.14 times r squared. So now we have to figure out what r is. R is the radius. And you can look up on the internet or look in your book to remember what the radius is. But I'm going to tell you here, the radius is the distance from the center to the edge of the circle, okay? Notice that there's a radius here and a radius here. So, if you have two radii, that's the plural, if you have two radii together, that makes up the diameter, which is what the problem says you were given. The diameter is 416 feet. The diameter is made up of two radii, one radius and one radius. All right, so 2r equals 416. To find out what r is, you divide by 2 on both sides, and you'll get r equals 208 feet. Half the diameter is what the radius is. 208 feet. Now we are ready to rock and roll. All right, we're ready to use the formula A equals pi r square. And now we know that A equals 3, for the sake of this problem, 3.14 times 208 squared. My dog is barking to go out, but I want to finish this first. So I'm going to click on, I'm going to click clear, I'm going to say 3.14 times 208, and here's your squared button. If you push squared, you'll get 208 squared. Now hit enter. And there's your answer. Now notice that the people who wrote the problem actually want, this is from my math lab, round to the nearest hundredth, and this is rounded to the nearest hundredth. So our answer to the area is going to be 135,848.96 feet square, or square feet. And I had better go let my dog out. Talk to you later.